Today, January 31st, we're heading out from Dublin to Breezy Point in New York to help with the rebuilding of the Catholic Youth Organisation sports facilities. Came about from a visit that we made last November where we saw the absolute devastation that took place in the Irish community in Breezy Point, and we made a commitment that day that we would come back with more people and contribute in any way we can, and we're delighted today with the help of Aerlingus, with obviously the help of GA players from right around the country and others who've rowed in to see such a strong group heading out to do that work.
Well, Aerlingus is supporting the group in terms of the transport to get out, and also there are a number of us travelling on the trip as well, and we're going to work over the weekend to try and rebuild the sports hall out in Breezy Point. We're delighted to be working together with the Gaelic Players Association. I suppose when the opportunity arose, we saw it as a way to help support what is a very loyal Aerlingus customer community over in New York. A lot of the people in Breezy Point who've been affected by the disaster that was Hurricane Sandy are very long time supporters of Aerlingus, so this is an opportunity for us to give something back, and when the GPA asked us about it, we stepped in straight away. We're delighted to support it, and we hope we'll be able to rebuild the sports hall over the coming days.
Oh my love, it's a long way we've come from the freckled hills to the steel and glass canyons.
I think in November when we were over with the All-Stars, we were obviously having a great time on the trip, and then we paid a visit down to Breezy Point, and the impact was just phenomenal on all of us that went down there that day. To see people picking through the ruins, and it was 40 years of their life, there was nothing left, and the Irish connection down there was immense, and to see the impact our short visit had on people, you just felt something else needed to be done, and I think when it was mentioned to the guys there, they said it would mean a hell of a lot to them, not just for the physical work we could do, but just the spiritual fortitude that they'd get out of knowing that people from Ireland came over to help them when they really need it most.
From the freckled hills to the steel and glass canyons, from the stony fields to hanging steel from sky, from digging in our pockets.
Time now for our Making a Difference report. It's been 100 days since Hurricane Sandy hit the Northeast. Even now, many areas are completely decimated. But one of those neighborhoods is getting a helping hand from some visitors who are superstars back home. Our Making a Difference report tonight from NBC's Stephanie Gosk in New York's Breezy Point.
Can we move those sheets back too, Joyce?
Breezy Point, Queens has seen a steady stream of volunteer work crews, but none quite like this one.
If you pull back, Lara, I'll just slide it.
Their faces may not look familiar, but in Ireland, these guys are icons.
Huge one down towards Lark Corbett.
Star athletes from Ireland's Gaelic pastimes, hurling and football.
Dublin have won the All-Ireland.
They left stadiums at home packed with 80,000 screaming fans to come and help this mostly Irish community, one of the hardest hit by Sandy.
Going to Roxbury are Conor, Lar, Brian, Killian, Billy and Ger. Going in next door are Shane, Brian, Declan, Ollie, and there'll be other lads joining them, right? So there's a couple of Johnson & Johnson fellas will be joining you as well.
Welcome to Rockaway Point Fire Station here in Breezy Point. This room here is the home of the Gaelic Players Association work party for the weekend, and as you can see, cosy surroundings. It was -6 here last night, but thankfully there was a big furnace blaster coming in from the generator outside, which kept everybody warm and cosy, and as you can see from the surroundings, there was no problem with team bonding. So the work has commenced here in Breezy Point. As you can see behind me here, this team has started to take out the old floor from the Catholic Youth Club here in Breezy Point. Included in the work party here are two of our great hurlers, Ollie Canning and Lara Corbett, and they're helping with the team to remove the floor here and lay the new floor in the Catholic Youth Club. Next door to the Youth Club team, being directed by Pat Gilroy, are putting up some drywall and some sheetrock. So it's a great team effort here in Breezy Point, and I think it reflects what the whole sort of concept was in bringing the lads out here. Even the atmosphere over breakfast this morning and lads putting in a good shift here for the community is exactly what was envisaged when we were out here for the first time. People are in good form. There's a great buzz with the local communities, particularly Tim Devlin, who helped coordinate this visit for us on the ground here.
These Irish volunteers might disagree with what we Americans call football, but the good news, in the spirit of giving, actions speak louder than words. For some show and tell, the group also brought along the country's prestigious Sam Maguire Cup, which is awarded to the All-Ireland Gaelic football champions. But for their efforts, it seems like the volunteers should be getting a whole other award of their own. In Breezy Point, Agnes Chung, New York 1.
These are the hands that built America. I saw your face in a watercolor sky.
The players' efforts here are much appreciated because months on from Hurricane Sandy, there's still an awful lot of work to do.
The announcement here today is $50,000 US to help the sports hall and the facility that's here, particularly in terms of the fantastic floor that's been put in. And we hope that'll make some difference in terms of getting that community spirit back up and running again, because it's crucially important, even if people haven't come home to their homes, that there is a community facility, a community infrastructure that, you know, young and old can use a centre like this. So it's been really, really important. Even though it's a small amount of money, it's going to make a big difference, and we're delighted to make that announcement today.
To see the fathers coming in this morning in the hall with their kids to take a look at the new floor and to realise that they're going to be able to get their CYO program back up and running, it's brought a great sense of we're getting back there, slowly but surely. But this happened so fast, and then as you've seen, the Catholic Club and the firehouses, the community has a sense now, at least we're beyond the shock and the awe of what happened to let's get it back and better than it was before, you know.
I want to thank everyone in the Gaelic Players Association for everything you did for us in New York City and in Breezy after Hurricane Sandy. I want to thank the Irish government for their contribution, and particularly Aerlingus for the tickets. All of you together made the efforts of the Gaelic Players Association possible. But most significantly, I want to thank all of you in the association, the players. You guys came out here, slept in firehouses, worked around the clock, cleaning up, rebuilding, helping people get their lives back together, and that was enormously helpful. But even more important, your presence, which is kind of like rock stars out there in Breezy Point, and bringing the Sam Maguire Cup with you, it was exactly the shot in the arm, exactly the kind of motivating, uplifting thing we needed in Breezy Point at a really, really dark hour. So I just can't thank you all enough. Feel free to come back, because we still have work to do, let me tell you, there and in other places. But this was yet another example of the unbreakable bond between New York City and Ireland, particularly the bond that exists between Breezy Point and Ireland. And I just want to say you made me proud yet again to be an Irish American, and thank you so much, and come back soon.